the attention was drawn to that fact, he said, okay, we'll look at it and see whether we can use all of them at the same time. Who does that? You arrest the complainant and the people that PDP is listening to the argument. And you say, if you think we, as a political party, you say you're not biased, you are very biased. For us, as a political party, I wish to state that we are very ready for this election. We don't need help from anybody. What we will not allow is for anybody to think that Edo is any other state. It is not, and it will never be. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Edo has been peaceful until 18th July, when the shooting incident took place at the airport. Yeah, I think that this is from the chairman of the PDP in the state. You accuse the IG of being a partisan IG for making arrests in connection with the killing of a policeman at the airport. If that makes me partisan, if you hold the opinion that the IG is partisan for going after the killers of a policeman, I think you will remain with that opinion forever.
Now, for the police, as a party, we have not seen a partisan Nigerian police as under this idea. We are so disappointed. And I'll tell you what, before the 17th of July, Edo State were very peaceful. All the parties had conducted their primaries, everything was peaceful. People were going all over the place to their countries. Nothing happened. Until that unfortunate incident at the airport, and all hell has been let loose. The Nigerian police has been so biased under this IGP that I have a long list of my party members that have been arrested in a Gestapo style. They break into their homes, take them out of their homes. They don't tell the wives and their lawyers where they are. People are taken to Abuja at 4 a.m. in the night. Who does that? Under democracy. I won't read out of this, but just a few people that are being harassed by the police. Lucky Idea, Festus Owago, Master Francis Lebeleki, Dr. Kelly Lebeleki. These are all people that the police are attempting to arrest and they are harassing. There are people that are in the custody of the police for upwards of 2 weeks. Would you believe that? Then 2024, Nigeria, you arrest somebody in the night, you take it to Abuja in the night, 2 weeks, the people are with you, you have not charged them to court. I don't just get it. And I will wish to remind Nigerian police that this is a no. And the blood of those that are due to the green vote in the 16th century still flows in our veins. Those that have been arrested and have been with the police for upwards of 2 weeks are Noel Matthews, Amos Tom, Osi Impunity, Kingsley Osaon, Kehinde Okolotu, and some others. Why will the police not charge them to court? Why take them to Abuja in the middle of the night as if they are criminals? The third group of people that the police under this IGP, this partisan IGP, is harassing and have declared them wanted by the police. Dr. Kelly Lebeleki, he is the chairman of the Southern District Government. Emmanuel Oroto, Moha Haruna, Luke, Enoch, Festus, and Gabriel on one hand. What we are saying as a political party is that the police is within the police rights and jurisdiction and power to invite, to arrest anybody. However, we are saying after doing that, follow what the law says also, which is do the investigation and charge the case to court. You cannot, under this dispensation, under the democratic dispensation of Mr. IPP, hold on to people that do not have access to their lawyers, do not have access to their families, their children, their wives, are crying every day. And we're here telling us earlier in the day that you promise that you will be neutral, and that is what everybody expects you to do. Finally, this one is so pitiable, Mr. Ahmed Chairman. A case was reported to the military, and the house was posted in Ovia Southwest local government. 1,000 PPCs were covered the scene in that person's house. The people that went to report the case and those that were busted, the police invited everybody in and took everybody in. When the attention was drawn to that fact, they said, okay, we will look at it and see whether we can use all of them at the same time. Who does that? You arrest the complainant and the people that PPCs were sitting in the house. And you say, if you think we, as a political party, you say you're not biased, you are very biased. For us, as a political party, I wish to state that we are very ready for this election. We don't need the help of anyone. What we will not allow is for anybody to think that Edo is any other state. It is not, and it will never be. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Edo has been peaceful until 18th July, when the shooting incident took place at the airport. Yeah, I think that this is from the chairman of the PDP in the state. You accuse the IG of being a partisan IG for making arrests in connection with the killing of a policeman at the airport. If that makes me partisan, if you hold the opinion that the IG is partisan for going after the killers of a policeman, I think you will remain with that opinion forever. We are not out to arrest members of any political party. This is not the first state the police will be involved in an election under my leadership as the Inspector General of Police. We supported INEC in conducting election in Bayelsa, governorship election. We supported INEC in conducting election in Imo and Kogi State. But this is the first time someone will accuse the IGP of being partisan for going after the killers of the policeman. Then you also stated that the military arrested an individual and recovered thousands of PVCs in his house, and the IGP is covering that person, covering it up and protecting the person. I want to let you know that this issue you raised, I am not aware of it. The Commissioner of Police is seated here. He didn't report any such incident to me that it happened in Edo State. It was when you raised it that I asked him on the high table if that ever happened in Edo State. And he told me that, yes, something like that happened, but it was a very trivial issue, that 63 voters cards were found with the individual, with the two individuals that were arrested, and that the two individuals even belong to different political parties. He said he told me that just now that the two individuals have been released on bail, and have instructed him immediately to send the case file to INEC for prosecution of those suspects. Yes, my friend from the CSO wants an explanation on the statement I made that orderlies and VIPs, guards of VIPs will be withdrawn on the eve of the election, but an alternative security arrangement will be made for them. We will not leave our VIPs so vulnerable. I said we'll make alternative arrangements for them because as at the eve of this election, the security forces will have been dominating the entire state. People look for individual security when general security is not adequate. But in the case of this, by the eve of election, the whole state will have been dominated by security. There will be enough security in the state that even the VIPs will no longer need personal security. But that does not mean that we will leave them vulnerable and open to attacks by hoodlums. That's not going to happen. We will still protect them. The arrest of persons and whisking them away to Abuja. If anybody is arrested and whisked away to Abuja, please find out what that person has done. Don't say because the person belongs to your political party, then the police is witch hunting your party. It is wrong. We have to be very careful with the way we spread information. We should not allow misinformation and spread of deliberate falsehood to mar the process in this state. Arrest made for electoral violence. The person who asked this question wants an update on the arrests that have been made on electoral violence in the state. I immediately asked the Commissioner of Police in the state if the command has made any arrest concerning electoral violence in the state, and he told me no. No person has been arrested for electoral violence till this date in Edo State. Maybe those people you think are arrested for electoral violence may have been arrested for other criminal offenses. Then the last one is on the viral video of a man seen in police uniform speaking against the governor and campaigning for a particular political party. You want to know if the man is speaking for the police or speaking for himself? I think the answer to this question is obvious. I have just spoken for the Nigerian police here. Any person seen in police uniform speaking elsewhere cannot be speaking for the police, but will be speaking for himself and himself alone. I saw the viral video, and I would like to make this clarification. The man that appeared to be in police uniform is not a policeman. He may be wearing a uniform that looks like police uniform. But I looked at that uniform very, very well, and I found out that that uniform is the uniform of our supernumerary police. The supernumerary police uniform is different from the uniform of the regular policemen. If you look at that video very well, you will see that that is not the uniform of the regular police. Let me explain this further. The supernumerary police are not regular policemen. They were not employed by the police. They were individuals recommended by corporate organizations, private organizations, for training by the police to perform security duties in their different establishments. The police does not have total control of what they do. They are at liberty to belong to any political party they want. Of course, no policeman in Nigeria belongs to any political party. But these supernumerary policemen, because they are not regular policemen, they still have the freedom to belong to any political party they want. And as I speak here today, I can affirm that they belong to different political parties in Nigeria. For that man to have donned the uniform of the spy police and appear at a campaign rally, I have instructed the Commissioner of Police to arrest him and investigate why he has to do that. So, please let it be known to everyone that that person is not a policeman. Thank you. The first one I have here is the complaint that some members of the political parties have been arrested, and you requested that they should be taken to court. I'm not aware that any member of a political party has been arrested. I am aware that individuals who committed crimes have been arrested. If they happen to be if these individuals happen to be members of your political party, please don't take it as an attack on your political parties. Then secondly, the second one here, okay, the person who made this observation wanted our commitment to the promise made that we will ensure that the people of Edo State exercise their voting rights during this election. I want to reaffirm again that our commitment is to ensure that every voter in Edo State exercises his voting right on this day of election without fear of molestation. The third one is on attack by Edo State Security Corps. The person who asked this question stated that this group were banned or suspended when they shot somebody at the airport, and even during their suspension, they have carried out several attacks. I disagree with you because I'm not aware that the Edo State Security Corps was suspended before those attacks. I'm aware that it was after the attacks, and after a series of complaints have been received in the office of the Inspector of Police, that I instructed the CP to engage the governor and ensure that the activities of the group is suspended. And this was just a week ago. That was before all those attacks you mentioned. Then there is this one about, we want to know the measures that are going to be taken to sanction any police officers or security officers who compromise on professionalism during the election. Yes, I made the pledge of our commitment to ensuring that our officers behave responsibly and discharge their duties professionally during this election. I didn't just make that pledge. I am working with heads of other security agencies to ensure that all our officers that are going to be deployed are trained to act professionally during this election. And we are going to send senior officers to supervise their conduct during the election. There is this one that was talking about what has been done with respect to the shooting incident at the airport. The person who asked the question wanted to know if you have made any arrest with respect to that incident and what has happened to them. And that if this can happen, what is the guarantee that the election will not be marred with violence? I want to tell you that a number of arrests have been made with respect to that incident. It was not just a shooting incident. A policeman was actually killed in that incident. We will not watch while people kill our policemen. We have arrested a number of suspects. A number of weapons have been recovered from them, and they will be charged to court in due course. Use of federal power and presence of military personnel at the polling units. I don't understand what you mean by federal power, but if you are actually talking about federal power, there will be federal power to ensure that the election is held peacefully. Presence of military men at polling units. Military men will not be deployed to polling units, but military men will be involved in the conduct of this, in the security of this election, and their roles will be limited to securing the exit and entry points into Edo State and helping us to ensure strict enforcement of the order of restriction on movement of persons and vehicles.